Oh, saddling up.
I see what's going on over here.
This should be interesting. Because I got the music going. Let me turn the music down. I don't know if you saw yesterday's recording, but it's the audio's all messed up.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like, not messed up, like you can barely hear us. So,
Can you just hear the fan blowing the whole time?
not even, it's just super quiet. Yeah. I think I messed up with the levels here. Anyway. So, turn this down real quick for my own benefit. So the latest is I've been trying to look up some specs on CAD-TEL. The CAD-TEL is a solar panel technology. And I'm trying to find the dollar per watt. But this guy doesn't tell me anything. Not nothing. Well, it tells me 74 watts, but then that means it's a 7.4% efficient, so that seems really low.
Where do you get 7.4?
So 74 watts, and so that would be the power input. Let's open up Paint here. So that would be, so efficiency would equal power in over, power out, the power in. But if that's what the power out is, yeah. It doesn't even matter because I can take, well, I guess let me finish explaining this. So 74 watts would be the power out, and the power in would be what's typical of the sun, 1,000 watts.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. I didn't know that there was
So 1,000 watts per meter squared is what you get from the sun on at like high noon, pretty much. And yeah.
And that's where their 74 watt out is probably at high noon.
Oh no, it just says nominal power. Like, what is that? But in any case, 74 divided by 1,000 is 7.4.
Gotcha.
So, but it doesn't matter because I'm trying to find dollars. Goddamn dollars.
You don't say anything about dollars?
Nothing. I didn't say a damn thing. There's not even the symbol dollar. No. Scoff.
What unprofessionals.
Yeah, so here's cadmium telluride, so we can buy some. Nah, I want the good. I want that good.
So dumb question, but like the price, yeah. So the dollars per watt, is that dollars that it costs them to build it, or dollars that you spend on the product, or what?
Dollars that it costs for them to make it. So if you read in a text, like I'm trying to find First Solar because they're the most popular. Ooh, on eBay. Can I buy cadmium telluride for solar panels? Who made the first solar panel? All right, Becquerel in 1839.
That's pretty damn impressive. 1839.
Is that really the first solar panel though? I don't know. Shining light on electrodes submerged in a conductive solution would, let me turn this down because I have no idea how it's going to come out. The music might be just blasting. take a note of those. Oh, we can barely hear now. Okay, it's at 45. Peaking at 45, okay. So, shining light on an electrode submerged in a conductive solution will create an electric current. It's not like the same thing, is it? It's not really a solar panel?
Yeah, I guess he was the first guy to harness current from sunlight. I guess that's close enough for jazz.
Alright, anyway, back to the matter at hand. Back to the matter at hand. This is actually really distracting. I'm gonna turn that off. Keep the desktop audio on. Take that off. Alright. Turn the fan down a little bit.
Yeah, I can turn it off.
Nah.
What do you prefer? I don't care.
No, let's keep it low. Because it's hot.
Yeah, it's pretty warm.
Okay, we're on a mission here. Isn't there like a... How do I... Let's try out eBay. Maybe they have... I can almost guarantee they're not going to have a tech sheet. Read full description. Nope. So if I am a person, how do I go about buying a First Solar dollar per square meter of that? We use cookies. Someone yesterday was like, what would have happened if cookies weren't invented? What would we have called them? It's like, I don't know.
I don't even know why they call them
Biscuits.
cookies to begin with. Biscuits. We store crackers, you know.
It's a good question. Why are cookies called cookies? No, not those cookies.
Oh wait, hold on. It looked like it. Talk about internet cookies.
Oh, internet cookies.
Which sounds even weirder.
Ah. Dude, she is so confused. Internet cookies are confusing. Confused about cookies? Why call them cookies? And what are cookies doing on your device? Let me explain. I will tell you what these strange little internet cookies are and present. Oh, that's a tricky word. And present you with some stories about where they got their name. Okay. Ever heard of a zombie cookie? It comes back from the dead. I will tell you how later. So what are cookies? Web browsers create simple text files called cookies when you visit websites on the internet. Your device stores the text files locally. Dude, I already zoned out.
This is kind of like an all over the place website.
Your device stores the text files. Okay, so a website makes a notepad file, let's say, when you visit the internet, and then they store it. They store it on their server? Yeah, okay. And what they are not. Internet cookies are not programs, devices, do nothing on your computer device by themselves. So it stores it on your
device, yeah.
Because when it says locally allowing your browser, usually locally means like your computer.
Right.
Your device stores the file stack. Oh, okay, yeah, your device. Oh, so the company makes a notepad file, stores it on your computer. So that's why people think they're like viruses.
See, but then it says cookies do nothing on your computer device by themselves.
They simply store information with the aim of improving your web experience and to help speed up the internet. Why does my browser create cookies? I don't care. I want to know, why are cookies called cookies? Here we go. The term cookie is a strange name to give to a small text file. Here you go. This picture kind of says it all, doesn't it? Nobody really knows. Cookie name. The browser cookie concept can trace its beginnings back to Netscape. A programmer called Lou Montulli had the idea of using a text file to store information. This file would store purchases on each user's local computer. With it back in history, the mystery begins. True beginnings of the term cookie are quite hidden. Here's a selection of the most popular origin stories. Some people believe the name for internet cookies came from the fairy tale Hansel and Gretel. They followed the cookie crumbs behind them so they could see. I think this story paints a nice picture. Okay, so they're leaving like breadcrumbs on your computer. Cookie Monster eat egg. After a clever programmer left his company, certain things began to happen. Every so often, the computer would completely stop and the screen would display, "Give me a cookie." The system would not return to normal until the operator entered the word cookie. The root cause was well hidden in the code and could not be found or removed without a complete rewrite. Decided to leave. The magic ticket cookie. The magic cookie is another internet cookie story that I came across. Programmers use the name magic cookie to refer to a token or a short piece of data. So, alright, magic ticket cookie, but then who makes magic ticket cookies?
And
Here
it's
you
like
go, fortune cookies. Some people may have heard of the fortune program from the large Unix systems. At startup, the system would present a new quote joke or general information to the users who was logged to the user who was logging in. Information was stored in what was called a cookie file. Local administrators often changed the file to add their own personal statements. So did the internet cookies we know get their name from this Unix program? Okay.
Well, I guess I didn't
Maybe.
need them.
Yeah, it feels like the fortune cookie story and the Hansel and Gretel
But my
theory.
favorite is the programmer queen.
This one definitely,
As well, I hope it is, but I doubt it.
yeah, this one. I think this is my favorite part. The system would not return to normal until you typed in the word cookie. Oh, we were doing something, by the way. See, you can have fun proposal writing. I wonder what this guy looks like. He's having fun. Necessity of solar power. Go kid yourself, bud.
Less fun.
Can I buy? I guess you can't buy investors. You want to invest?
I'd like to buy an investor, please.
Slave, come here. Maybe let's go with the Series 6. That sounds fancier. Maybe they tell. Oh, that's cool. Check this out.
Solar panel? It's like an
Yeah.
iPad.
Dude, let's check it out. Oh, it's got dramatic music, so you know it's good.
Oh, it's been done.
I'm trying to figure out where it's clipping. Okay. 17% efficient. Alright. Now we just need to know. Yeah, whatever. Cool. So this isn't gonna tell us anything, is it? About cost.
Yeah.
Wait, they come in containers? Oh, highly verbose palette. Oh, so like their innovation is like they can be shipped easy, I guess. That's kind of a cool video.
Makes me want to lie.
Does it?
If I had way more money than I need to do it.
Oh yeah, if you had freaking. Oh wait, this is kind of cool. What's going on with this water? Extreme desert. Cool. Alright, this is not telling me anything I want to know. And now I got some fucking hiccups. God damn it. Alright, let's get these cookies out of here.
So you're interested only in first solar?
Nah, it doesn't have to be. Maybe I should, yeah, make it less specific. The solar panel, $1 per square meter. The solar panel price per square meter. What is the price per square meter of a solar panel? Typical 300-watt solar panels are about 2 square meters. Cost about $150 or less. Solar panels are about $75 per square meter.
Oh, but that's
Thank
like
you,
consumer
Cool.
costs, I think.
Yeah, I would. The thing is, I would like to have a tech document
Yeah.
because then I could put it in the proposal. Wait, 1 second. Let me ask Nico what what he knows. In the meantime, feel free to take a gander.
See if I can come up with a.
You just take it around.
No, I pulled up some stuff that.
Oh, you found something?
Well, I don't know if they're all big, but. So there was a on the far right, the Wikipedia page, but I was trying to find source 45, but it was only just their calculations that they.
This number is calculated by multiplying efficiency by 1,000. Right. And then multiplying power by the stated cost. $72 per meter squared. Yeah. So do you get that calculation?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. So it's just like, man, what's going on? Man, these fucking hiccups.
They're the worst in the United.
So basically, it's like power in, and that's in terms of, oh, Jesus. So actually, this is power density per meter squared. Oh, whoops. It should be out. I always get that backwards. And then Pn also in terms of watts per meter squared.
It's times the efficiency, right?
Yeah, times the efficiency, which is just a number. So then you get the watts per meter squared. Then you get the money. Then you get the power. What was the other one? Oh yeah, so then if you want, so if you just take, dollar, what's that, dollar per watt, and you multiply it by this power density, then the watts cancel out, and you're left with dollars per meter squared. But the thing is that whatever they quote you here, that's going to be very specific to a particular company, right, a particular panel. So a particular panel is going to, I guess you could assume that most manufacturers who are worth their salt will have about the same wattage here because they're able to get about the same efficiency with their panels. But then the dollar part, this is the kicker. Who knows what goes into there? It could be, they found some cheaper way, whether that's with making, like getting cheaper materials or making it cheaper, and that could mean like different equipment. Oh man, I wonder when these hiccups are going to go away. So yeah, that's what I was just talking about with I was always wondering if I should say people's names.
Oh yeah, I know. I thought the same thing. I was gonna bring up that name.
So in my writing, I call everyone Bob, unless they're okay with it.
Yeah, Bob.
So I don't know if you're okay with it.
Yeah, sure.
Sure. All right. Cool. Bob 1. So Big Bob. We call him Big Bob. Yeah, he was mentioning that, and it's a good point. So, but then he mentioned that there is this techno-economic analysis that was, unfortunately, from 2009, so it's a little dated, but he's in this, yeah, get out of here. If I searched, I don't even like Foxit Reader. The search function doesn't work for me. Dollar per meter.
I never heard that Fox Reader.
Yeah. So there's things like this: baseline, PC, cell cost, module. But we're not dealing with PC. Oh, hey, this is PV, NREL, Zwiebel. Then felt PV manufacturing material costs and their optimization. Oh, so he's getting this from a paper from 2000. I wonder. So CAD-TEL CDS. Okay, that's the one that we're looking at. Oh, so he gives one for 2000 and gives one for 2010. So, oh, that's interesting. So inactive and margin. I don't really know what that means. Total metals? What does that mean?
That's what you're looking for, right?
Yeah, basically, like kind of like a breakdown. Because I don't want to say. Well, like clip it out. I don't want to say that $3 to $7 on glass is cheap or expensive or like a high percentage of the total what goes into that, that dollar amount, unless I have something to back it up. So here they have PV cell components and then material costs. Oh, so this, I guess you can get rid of that. But there's no breakdown of the glass here. But I guess ultimately this is the sum.
So is that 50%
Cost
markup?
with 50% markup, yeah, what is
Yeah.
that?
So
50% of 48 is... Oh man, these hiccups are never gonna go away. Plus 48 is 72. All right, so that's where that comes.
I hear some people die from hiccups. So better get your shit in line before
Wait,
you pass.
that sounds like a bunch of bull.
No, I do. It's real.
Yeah, right.
Like 3 people maybe.
What are hiccups?
2 people of hiccups.
Hiccups are...
Good search.
Yeah, that's you think you'd expect better from medical news today. I bet you this is a clickbait site.
You saw what you searched, right?
Oh, well, I did not see what do people. Yeah, fair enough. All right, sorry, medical news today. Why do we hiccup? Actually, this sounds kind of interesting, but.
Oh no way! I think what I heard was there was somebody that hiccuped for like 20 years straight and then died or something.
Oh, no, Jesus. Yep. Today it's all downhill from here. Hiccups are bursts of inspiratory breathing in. The muscles we use when we take in a breath are the intercostal muscles situated between the ribs and the diaphragm. A sheet of muscle. Intercostal muscles.
Well, hey, man, you're getting a good workout though from those intercostal muscles. Gonna be huge.
Yeah, I'm just gonna be ripped.
Be like, well, my arms aren't that big, but my intercostals are fucking jacked.
This fucking has a 6-pack right here. do.
So what the greatest, the diaphragm?
Oh, so those are the intercostal muscles.
Oh, they're between the ribs.
Oh, Yeah, okay. Why don't they just say between the ribs? Jesus.
Why not interribal muscles?
Yeah, Oh, maybe because cost is like. I'm trying to think of the word for rib in Spanish. I can't remember it. SpanishDick.com. I bet you it's.
Recording.
What? La costilla.
Oh.
La costilla. So my mom, she's Argentine. So whenever they always do the double L, like a je sound.
Oh, really?
So I always fuck with her. Be like, hey mom, you're saying it wrong. Check us out. And the Spaniards, they say ye. Pretty much everyone says it like a ye sound. So my guess is that the like Latin word for ribs is like something to do with cost.
Yeah.
And there you go. intercostal muscles.
All right.
So the muscles we use when we take in a breath are the intercostal muscles, a sheet of muscle below the lungs, which is kind of weird. It's not what we just saw.
Oh, that's what the diaphragm is. That's what they're saying.
Oh, maybe it's the inner ones. Well, some guys that come from after drinking, the stomach, which is situated right below the diaphragm, becomes distended and irritates it. This will cause the diaphragm. This will cause the diaphragm to contract, as it does when we breathe in. Okay. Because of the disturbance to the nerve pathways? Holy shit. This thing's going all the way to the source.
It affects your brain.
This explains why hiccups may occur with temperature changes or emotional situations. Huh. It's also the reason that a sudden shock can sometimes abolish an attack. Whoa, like okay. Like that's why they say everyone has their own pet remedy. Simply holding your breath is often effective. Breathing into the paper bag, the best remedy, increases the amount of carbon dioxide in the lungs, relaxing the diaphragm and halting spasms. Where's that paper bag that we never had in here? Hey man, so we found out about hiccups, but we didn't find out if anyone dies of hiccups.
There you go. Can hiccups be deadly?
The New York Times. I don't know if this is fake news. Can hiccups kill you?
Oh, eventually die of a stroke.
In a famous case, Pope Pius the 12th had long periods of hiccups associated with gastritis, though he eventually died of a stroke. Or did he? I saw Godfather Part 3 recently. Have you seen that?
No.
Never mind.
Okay.
We're just going to drop that. Although, I will say, I was kind of disappointed. If you watch the first parts, and then you watch the third, you're like, why? Why did that just happen?
It's another case of just a failed trilogy that ruins the whole thing.
Well, like The Matrix.
Yeah.
That was failed at the second one.
True. Terminator.
Very much so with the Terminator.
I want to see the new Terminator coming out, though.
Is there? Yeah, they'll probably do it justice. Hey. Like, man, I just want, like, the straight dope. There you go, core. That's where you go. The straight dope. Urban legend. Ha! That's what this guy says. Or Lady Melissa Hoy. Urban legends. Possibly your grandfather hicked up at the wrong time and inhaled some food. Something had
68 years.
Whoa. This girl.
Alright, that's I think the story that I was thinking of. I guess I got it wrong.
Yeah, let's check it out. What'd she actually die of? Happy ending for the hippie girl? She died of a blowjob. In extreme cases, actually, it was a mixture of things. It was my special drinking. Wait, so she didn't die at all? If this is the same, is this the same person? You know what? We got a job to do here. All right. Oh, so well, anyway, we were doing the calculation. And oh yeah, and then we were looking at Brian James. Shout out to Brian James, who will probably never see it. God. But this isn't. So here's the PC. So I don't know if I explained that to you, what they're doing here. Let me explain that.
What, in the breakdown?
In the what about I use Paint to explain everything?
It's pretty effective.
Yeah, I feel like. So we got, you can have a PV cell. Oh, why do you do this to yourself, Alex? PV cell. And it puts out like a certain voltage, a certain voltage. But then you can actually stack like cells on top of each other. But the thing is, you got to make sure that cell top, but you got to make sure that this one absorbs only a certain part of a. Let's use the let's use the pencil. Yeah, here's my graph. Here's my solar spectrum. Solar. You know what? This is not good for writing. That's the solar spectrum, and it looks like that.
Okay.
You just got to make sure that the bottom cell gets one part, and the top cell gets the other part.
Gotcha.
Because they need light to work. So if you make, and that's regulated by the band. That's regulated by the band gap. So this guy has a band gap bottom, let's say it's like 1 EV. And then let's say this is the top. Oh, this is the top, and it's like 2.
So that's the width of the band gaps?
That's the width, in energetically speaking. So when it says 1 electron volt, that means it's going to absorb everything above, all the light above 1 electron volt.
Okay, yeah.
And this is energy on this axis, which I'm spelling beautifully. Energy. I could have made it cuter, huh? Could have been like red. There you go. I don't know, green.
Oh, that's hella cute. Yeah.
So cute. Oh my god.
So anything between 1 and 2 electron volts.
Okay.
Would be in that.
Yeah. So
Right,
yeah. So this one, if the bottom didn't have a top cell, on it, then it would absorb everything 1 and up. But then you put this guy who has a 2 electron volt. So then this guy's going to absorb everything 2 and up. So what that means for the bottom cell is that it's only absorbing, in theory, this is oversimplifying it a little bit, but it can only absorb between 1 and 2. So that's why I draw in this section here.
Okay, so the top one has to have 2. So everything below 2 all the photons that have less than 2 electron volts of energy go straight through it because they're not absorbed, right?
Yeah, that's the idea. That's the idea. And so, what am I doing?
So I was thinking yesterday.
What were you thinking?
Okay, so like, I'm thinking like if the sun mimics a blackbody, so it does like the whole spectrum, it does it pretty much evenly, right? So like the low wavelengths get put out just as much as the high wavelengths, or the short wavelengths. So like, when they get to the surface of the Earth, I'm imagining that a lot of the higher wavelength particles.
So wait, can I stop you?
Yes.
Yes. When you say blackbody radiation, and then you say, so what? This is, let's call that energy of light, or photon energy, whatever you want to call it. And then this is like, oh, sorry, I should be more specific. Actually, let me just take this guy out, and let me just use this.
That'll work.
Energy, photon energy. How come it's small now? Let's make it big. Let's make it big.
Oh, I think it's because of the size you drew the box.
And this is intensity. So, in other words, like basically how many photons you got. Okay, so when you say you just said black body is putting out more, it's putting out the same at low, like photon energies as it is high. Is that what you said?
Yeah, okay. But that's the graph that you drew on the previous one, that actually just proved that wrong, didn't it?
Proven without a shadow of a doubt. Well, like basically you're saying it's like this, right? Like a constant.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
No, it's actually blackbody radiation looks more like that, and it depends on the temperature. Let's I bet you there's some cute, so cute, blackbody radiation for versus temp. I bet you there's a Flash player or something like that, or a Wikipedia page. Oh, we might as well just do like live stream, like nah, because then like the whole this came up because we were talking about the proposal and all that. So it's kind of like it's hard to do like a theme thing, you know. That's why Money Mondays is so great. 0 viewers. Anyway,
I don't think any of the videos have 0.
Well, I can prove you wrong there too. Nah, I think they all have something, but I think we all know who's watching those.
Okay.
Anyway, here's the radiation, and it depends on temperature.
And the sun's at like 5,000 K at the surface, right? Or no, it's at like 5.
I think it is, yeah.
It's either 5,000 or 5 million. I know the center is like 20 million.
Blackbody, temp, surface, sun. Yeah, you're close. 5,800. Good job, man.
Dude, I'm so freaking smart. Oh my god.
Solar spectrum, but now I'm about to bring you down. solar spectrum.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring you down with the specTURM.
With the specTURM. Let me give you the specTURM. So yeah, you get these dips. Here's the theoretical thing. But then sunlight at the top of the atmosphere, it's pretty damn close. It matches pretty damn close with the Blackbody at 5,800. But then you get all these absorption peaks and whatnot.
Is that watts per meter square per?
They're saying 5250 here. So suck on that, Wikipedia. They're saying watts per nanometer per. Yeah. So what they're saying is like watts per meter squared. That one's pretty simple, right? But then because it's like if you were to go to integrate the curve, ultimately, like you want to spit out just the power density. So you kind of need this to be here.
Oh, that's like nanometer
to
wavelength?
like cancel this out when you go to integrate it. Yeah,
Gotcha.
because they're gonna and so I believe it's kind of like if you look at like probability densities, it's actually. Oh man, this is going down a rabbit hole.
So when you say probability density, I get scared.
Yeah, so like probability density. Did you clench?
A little bit.
Your balls clench. Like with probability density, when you read that on the y-axis, it's actually. A lot of times you won't even see a y-axis, but or even units. But what you should know is that this is normalized to whatever the thing is that you're dealing with. This is actually going to be in some kind of this is a normalized and this is a z distribution because it's at the 0. Let's look here. It just says probability density. That's frustrating. Oh, maybe this one tells you a little bit more. So I guess the point I was trying to make is that if you take a number on the probability density function, and probably the same thing with the spectrum. Yeah, a single x value. Like you can't plug in px equals like p at b should give you a 0 probability, which is weird to think about. So if you do it at any, there's no width. It's like the way it's mathematically defined. And I think that's what's going on with the solar spectrum is like it has something to do with how it's defined and how integration works. And that's my hand-waving explanation.
I'll buy it.
All right. Well, we can maybe hash that out later in more detail. We should do that like why excursions, live stream excursions.
Like sunny Sundays.
So, yeah.
Oh, hey, happy summer, by the way.
Oh, it's the solstice, isn't it? Cool. Which is very appropriate because we were talking about solar spectrums.
And there we go. Full circle.
All right, full circle back to this paint. So I guess that helps. Does that explain kind of
Yeah.
what you're okay? We can leave that up for the moment. But going back to this, oh yeah, that's why I started talking about that. Oh yeah, I was going to show you. So it says PV/PC because what the calculation that they're doing here is for a device that looks like this. Let's draw another one. So same concept, except instead of a PV, you have a PC cell. And what that means is basically a PC cell. Remember how like with CIGS PV, there's the CIGS and then the CDS, and that forms a junction. With a PC, you have, let's say, an absorber. Let's take CIGS for example. But then the buffer, quote unquote, is essentially the electrolyte that you put it in. And the liquid electrolyte forms a junction with the absorber, which is kind of crazy to think about.
So this is the same thing that the dude in the 1800s did. Absorbed it.
Yeah, he's the OG, Becquerel. He's the yeah.
So it's going to be, the PEC is like a unit that has something submerged in liquid?
Yeah, so what you would do is you would, in theory, you would somehow stack these on top of each other, connect them, and then you would probably coat it with like epoxy or something. And something like that. You would probably have a wire sticking out, and that would probably also be coated over. And then let's go with blue here. Let's go with a nice ocean blue. Like reminds you of like Mediterranean waters, you know. Maybe a little palm tree over here.
Yeah, see.
Oh, that's horrible.
Super palmy.
Yeah, so so then you get ions in the liquid that interact with the surface of the absorber, and that helps form the junction. And then you would shine light. Let's get some light in here. Oh, all right. So now that ion's yellow. Let's get some light. You can barely see that. Let's make it because you know the sun's got all colors of the rainbow. It's not a racist.
Sun is the least racist thing.
Full exclusion. Full exclusion. Full inclusion.
That's complete racist.
That was a Freudian slip. I should start copying these little doodles into the vomit. Well, anyway, so that's what they're doing here. So that's why there's a PC cell section here. And so I don't know what they mean by active and PV other.
But for those top two, like for the CDT or
Cadmium telluride, CDS. So that's the absorber and the buffer.
So those don't have any PEC. It's only the bottom two, right?
Oh, that's kind of interesting. Now I don't know quite what they're getting at here. Baseline PC cell cost model. Type 3, Type 4. I wonder if there's some kind of picture. Nano solo printing. You know what? I wonder if we keep going. What? Oh, hey. There's another table. So we went from, oh, this is like a few pages down. Oh, is this boring here?
You're gonna fucking say that every time.
Every time you yawn, I'm gonna say that. Nano Solar. So I guess Nano Solar is a company because it's in a first letter's capitalized. of the nanosolar cell manufacturing expertise to manufacture of dual-layer PC cells would significantly reduce the cost of PC cell manufacture from the baseline. Analysis of projection potential. Insofar as PVC cell costs are concerned, we have focused on future manufacturing and materials costs rather than the current actual sales price, which is kind of what we want.
Yeah.
We just want manufacturing and materials. That's good. With the current non-mature solar cell industry, the sales price reflects the current need for fast fabrication plant amortization. Do you know what amortization is?
Nope.
So there's this concept in I just learned that when I was doing the money thing. Oh, my frames are dropping. Poor frames.
What does that actually mean?
The frames dropping?
Yeah. Like.
That means basically it'll cut out. Like it'll not like if you're watching this live, which we already established is no one. Then I don't know what it looks like, but on the playback, what I notice is that if I wonder if it has to do with me scrolling around. Like I'm really curious about this. If I scroll really fast, is that going to cause the frames to drop? Because when I look at the playback and sometimes it's scrolling, it'll be like blurry. It won't scroll really quickly. Maybe it takes a while for that to happen.
Oh, she
I
dropped
wonder.
a lot.
Yeah, I wonder. Let's
You
wait.
dropped 5,000 frames.
Yeah, but that's not that much. I looked at percentage. 4.2 is actually not too bad. Sometimes I get like, oh. So I just did that for no reason. But it's not gonna like black out or anything.
Right,
Yeah, so. But kind of curious if I do it again. It could just be random.
Yeah, I wonder if you just like did nothing, if you weren't talking or scrolling or anything.
Though would it just like
Just stay it.
yeah, probably. Nah. I think this is a bunch of malarkey. Okay,
I
so
think it just takes offense to your insults.
maybe it's delayed or maybe it's just random. But what the hell was I about to do?
Define that word.
Right. Wonder where we're going on. 48, so that means it's like probably an hour actually.
Yeah, so that's weird. Like, if you record live 48 minutes, then what the hell is going on the other 12 minutes?
It's there. It's just for some reason. No, it's there. It usually shows up.
So, like, we actually would have recorded for an hour in real time, but it only says it was 48 minutes?
Yeah, it's only saying
okay.
Amortization. So in sweet, they're gonna measure the box. Or they already did. Oh, nice. Refers to spreading pay. Oh, you know what? Vistapedia is freaking awesome. They probably have a video. Or not.
Started reading my Investing 101 book last night.
Oh, yeah?
Got 21 pages in and fell asleep.
Do you remember anything?
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, I read it and kept nodding out, but I would reread until I got it.
Nice. Amortization, you might come across this word. Amortization is an accounting technique used to lower the cost value of a finite life or intangible asset incrementally through scheduled charges to income. Amortization is the paying off of debt with a fixed payment schedule. Because there's depreciation. Oh, here you go. Amortization is like depreciation, which is used for tangible assets, and depletion, which is used for natural resources. When businesses amortize expenses, they help tie an asset's cost to the revenues it generates. For example, with a large asset, the business reaps rewards of the expenses for years. Thus, it writes off the expense incrementally. So the reason that they do this is because say you buy like a big piece of equipment to make solar cells. Well, you are most likely going to buy it all up front, unless someone's like going to rent it to you or something. But so in the first year of operation, you probably don't want to think of it as like, if you consider it if you consider all of it in the expenses of the first year, the actual year that you buy it, then you're going to be very much in the red. And I guess they don't like that. I think that's the reason for it.
So basically, like, if they're just paying for it, kind of just like paying off a credit card, just...
Yeah, so instead of just doing that all on the balance sheet from year one, they just say that it's like 5%. Like, it costed this much, and we're going to say the lifetime of it is like 10 years, and then we're just going to say 5% over 10 years. Something like that. That's the basic idea. Used to lower the cost value of a finite life or intangible asset incrementally through schedule. Break it down. Yeah, so I guess they do it for loans because it's for intangible assets.
Intangible assets just meaning...
So a tangible asset would be like the solar panel equipment. But an intangible asset would be something like a loan, like a mortgage.
Okay.
Well, I guess that wouldn't be so much a asset if you're the one taking on the mortgage.
Yeah, because I guess it'd be the bank's asset, right?
Yeah, I don't know how that would be with mortgage. Hey, what's up?
So
All good?
Box.
It's in there?
Got the weight and the dimensions on it.
Right on.
Okay.
Thanks. Appreciate it. With mortgage and auto loan payments, most of the monthly payments go towards interest early in the loan. Did you know that?
Yes.
With each subsequent payment, a greater percentage of the payment goes towards the loan's principal. For example, on a 5-year, 20 grand auto loan at 6% interest, 286.66 of the first 386.66 monthly goes to interest, while 100 goes to principal in the last month. Mortgage amortization works a similar way, but it's not actually telling us what the amortization is. Is it saying the 386? I guess that's the amortization. I don't know. So basically, it's dude. So that girl that just walked by, I dated her. We were pretty serious.
Really?
Yeah. But like every time she walks by here, she always has like the headphones on and she's moving super fast. every time I like kind of bump into her, not literally, but like on the floor. I like try to stop, say, hey, how you doing? And she's always like, so I don't know what I did. Yeah, she knows I'm here. She knows. And the door's open. How are you gonna? Anyway, so what were we doing? Oh yeah, so here, amortization. So that's why we're talking about amortization. But it's kind of weird that he doesn't use the term depreciation, because if you're talking about like plant, like equipment stuff, you know. So not sure what's going on there.
Fabrication. So what? Amortizing quickly?
For the current non-mature solar cell industry, the sales price reflects the current inelastic supply demand situation and the need for fast fabrication plant amortization. All right. So inelastic demand, wait. So apparently there's a need for fast amortization. I don't know what fast amortization refers to. Should have kept all those links up. I like to put links in the description.
Oh yeah.
You never know. Oh well. Faster through accelerated amortization. Accelerated amortization is the process by which a mortgager makes extra payments towards mortgage principal.
Oh, okay. So
With accelerated amortization, the loan borrower is allowed to add additional payments to their mortgage bill in order to pay off mortgage before the loan settlement date. The benefit of doing so is reduced overall payments. Okay, so I guess for some reason they need to pay it off quick. I don't know why. Figure through 4 lays out the results. Okay. Okay, so I guess this is it. I wonder if I scroll down more. Oh my god. Will it keep going? Type 4 cost reduction. So we were in the type 3. I guess that's... Is that right?
I didn't see type.
PC photocell cost prediction. Wait, I want to go up to the top of. Started from the bottom. Now we're at the top. So, oh, I guess you're not a rap guy.
Yeah, but even I know that it's not from the bottom. Now we're here, right?
Nah, I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure.
For me, it's always started at the bottom. Now I'm still at the bottom.
Oh, damn. Just took it there, huh? Type 3 and 4. Okay. Chapter 4.3, Type 3 and 4 PC systems, PV cell properties, fabrication, and cost. So what is, you know what, we need to go to a table of contents. Stop digging around. So you got executive summary, PC operating principles, we can skip past those. Introduction, yeah. It's photoelectrolysis, reactor engineering, design, and costs. That seems like where we want to be. Gas processing, no. General cost assumptions and calculations, maybe. Ooh, what's reactor costs? Bagging, quantity of baggies. That's the name of a section. Excavation of land. Maybe down here, because the type, so that basically the type 1 and type 2, imagine like just a big bed of particles. They even have it here, nanoparticle reactor.
What is a reactor? Just like the bed of particles itself?
You ever see like cyanotech? Oh, you know what? We can go on maps. Dude, did I ever tell you I have a fear of Google Earth, which is gonna freak me out right now?
You did not. But
now that you're
let's
with me,
talk about it.
oh man! So if I zoom out, so if I zoom out super fast, it freaks me out. So that freaks me out. Like, even though I have the same intonation, like internally, I'm just panicking. Let's zoom in super fast for no reason. Oh god! All right, so here's where I grew up. Let me take you back. And I wonder what it's like. You know what's cool is you can do time lapse on Google Earth. You can zoom into a region and just see how it blows up. It's kind of crazy.
I've heard about that, but I don't know how to do it.
I don't know how to do it either. I just saw a blog that was showing how to do it.
I think you have to use the actual Google Earth app.
Yeah, I think so. So here's where I grew up. I grew up in this small town. Wow, it still looks pretty much the same size. Man, I spent a lot of. Here's the gym I would play at every day.
Community Aquatic Center.
Oh, the gym next to it.
Okay.
But anyway, what I wanted to show you was these guys. Oh, what's this?
Oh, she's gonna be pissed. I
Oh,
stole her chair.
you stole a chair. Oh, in the mailroom?
Yeah.
Oh, you were in the mailroom?
Yeah.
Oh,
Wasn't awkward at
It's
all.
like no chair.
This is a destination.
You dick.
Don't feel bad about it.
Wait, I need to get my bearings straight. So there's the police, and then my high school should be here. Here's my high school. And then the docks. So actually it should be further out. Oh, yeah, she's looking for a chair. I promise this is going to be relevant.
So you were born and raised there?
No, I was born in Argentina. You know what? Fuck all this shit. Sign up too. Oh, okay. We were just here. Oh, okay. So, oh, here you go. Here's the ponds. So there's this place called, I guess they're called Nutrex now. Or something, but basically they got these, I wonder if you can go in. Apparently not. Can I drop? But yeah, so there's, you see, these are all just like, kind of like the same concept in here, where they grow algae. You know spirulina?
Nope.
Oh, spirulina is, it's like, supposedly it's like a superfood. See how our frames are doing. Not bad. Yeah, so this is spirulina. It's just an algae, and it's supposed to be really good for you.
Really?
Yeah. She found a chair. She found a chair. That's good. And this is where they grow it. And they, yeah, they just have like, so these things, these little things right here, can't see it, but they're like kind of like paddle wheels, and they just kind of move the water around. So presumably that's how these reactor beds work. If we go to, oh, come on, you didn't even make it clickable. System layout, nah.
I think it's page 96-ish.
96? Okay. Well, oh, it's probably in the beginning actually, where they kind of show all the, oh, here you go, baggies. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe the type 1 is the baggies, and maybe the type 2 is, oh, okay, so never mind, it's like baggies. So I guess I was wrong. I guess I just imagined that's how they would kind of do it. But yeah, I guess they need baggies to collect the hydrogen and the oxygen. And these black things are some kind of a salt bridge, probably. All right, so
at least the
I was
picture you're
wrong.
showing me now is kind of like the paddle wheel in the ponds.
Nah, it's pretty much, well, sorta.
I don't know what the hell I'm looking at. Is that like?
So inside there's the electrolyte, and I think the particles are where the reaction would happen. So particles in this bag, let's say, would drive the reaction of hydrogen. But then they want to separate out the oxygen and the hydrogen gas, so they have two separate bags. Whereas in this one, all just one bag. Hydrogen and oxygen just getting made, and then they sort it out later. And so, here you would have oxygen being made on these particles, and sunlight would shine through. And there needs to be some interaction. So that's why they have these bridges here. I think they made this with paint, actually.
It looks like it.
Yeah. So that's what's going on there. But then the type 3 and type 4 photocell systems, generic photocell. So I wonder what the difference between a type 3 and a type 4 is. Oh, okay. Okay, so type 4 is solar concentrator. All that means is they got a lens to concentrate the light. Type 3 is kind of the stuff that we work on, where it's just like, you got PV, well, I don't know why it's PV2. Let's read about it. Planar PC arrays are similar to planar solar cell PV arrays, except that the cell electrodes are in direct contact with the PC electrolyte, and output is H2 and O2 gas rather than an external electrical current. All right, it's a pretty fair.
So that's what they generate is O2 and H2.
Yeah.
They're trying to get current.
Yeah. So you would have, I guess you would have the thing. So you'd have, imagine. I wonder why they didn't make the electrolyte blue, but like, so basically all the things that are colored are the cell, and the white part is liquid.
Oh, okay.
And so this gray part is kind of this is a cross section. If you were to cross this in half, or you cut this in half, this would be a cross section of this guy. And so that's how they separate it. They extract the O2, I guess, goes through here, and the H2 goes through there, and you got water input. And so this is basically what we do. SS refers to stainless steel, most likely. So you got stainless steel, and then you got, I don't know why they're both PV2, but I just assumed that it's two solar panels, 2 solar cells. So that would be a tandem, and then a TCO. So those are the 4 layers, essentially. Well, not exactly. But anyway, that's basically how it goes. Imagine that you could replace this and put like a solar panel in here, and it would probably do something similar.
So TCO is transparent conductive oxide?
Yeah. Yes, sir. And so, what's going on? Why did we look that up? Oh yeah, we're looking up the table of contents. So maybe chapter 8 has some good stuff because it talks about system capital costs, but it seems like chapter 4 is where we want to be, designs and costs. And we don't want type 1 and... Oh, is this boring you?
I'm going to get real good at yawning like discreetly.
Just like...
It's going to look over.
Just keep your mouth closed all the
Yeah.
times. Okay, so 4.1 is the type 1. We don't want that. Type 4.2 is type 2. 4.3 is type 3 and type 4. So type 4 being the solar concentrator, type 3 being the one we just talked about.
Yeah.
And so I guess 4.4 talks about the type 3 in more detail, PC planar array design. So maybe it has some useful information. And then skip over 4.5 and maybe 4.6. All right, so 4.3, 4.4, 4.6. So let's go back to what we're doing here. So this is in section 4.33. Photocell cost factors, that's fine. This is laying it out. And then photocell operation, don't need to know about that because you got me. In case you want a picture, here you go.
Ooh.
Here's those Ooh.
Bubbles.
Multi-layer PV, that's just like the thing we were drawing in paint here.
Gotcha, yeah.
It's I don't know why they don't say tandem. Maybe that's too technical. That's usually what they say. Either tandem PV, or tandem solar cell, or multi-junction sometimes. But in any case, yeah, so you could have the metal attached to the back, or you could have the metal hanging out here. Either way. This is a patent. You know what's crazy about patents is that it doesn't even have to be real. It could just be imaginary.
Just like an idea that you
just make it up.
anything with.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm sure it's free to patent stuff. I patent like everything that I can think of.
Yeah. So this seems like it might be what we want. So here you go. Item. Projected type 3. Yeah, that's what we want based on first solar. Yeah, that's what we want, boy.
20 megawatts. Oh, wait.
Yeah,
See,
plants
I want that one.
at 8%. efficiency with capacity. So what I'm getting here is that the glass is $5, which is in line with what we found out before, $3 to $7. Oh, black glass, inflation adjusted. Back glass, not black glass. I don't know what black glass is. Does that exist?
Why is there glass and black glass?
Black.
Damn it, now you got me saying it. Back glass.
There is. What's
Pretty good looking stuff.
Oh man, this feels like a rabbit hole. But yeah, so that you need, so it's about $5 for each one. Most expensive semiconductor. $5. Remaining active materials. So I guess this is these right here are the actual like materials per meter squared. That's what they're saying here. Urethane, bypass diodes, that would be like the junction box that you add. Not needed. Get out of here. Oh yeah, you don't need a bypass. So on solar panels, they have these bypass diodes. They're also called junction boxes. Well, inside the junction boxes, the bypass diodes exist. But it's basically just to prevent electricity from like flowing back into the device, which can damage it. Yeah. Dude, and then you need a plexiglass window.
1191.
But the thing is, this is for. It doesn't say if this is for. I see it coming on. Hardware to manifold water. Oh, okay. Water cell hardware. All right. So we don't care about that. I wish they broke down which ones are the PV and which ones are the PEC. Total uninstalled capital costs based on with escalation. So this is I don't know how to actually equipment installation factor, discount rate. R&D, no. R&D, no. We don't care about that. We don't care about any of this.
What's R&D?
Research and development.
Oh, okay.
Script. Expected sales price, $80 per meter squared. So when it's all said and done,
That's less of a profit than I thought. It cost them $51, $52 to make it.
that's kind of interesting though. Yeah, like 51 just for the materials. No, this is just the materials. Keep that in mind. Based off first solar costing.
Oh yeah, I didn't even didn't look at the laborers.
And so here's something that I'm claiming is going to be cheaper is electricity, but it's only 85 cents of the whole thing. Maintenance of equipment, I guess that would go away if I'm getting rid of the equipment. But I guess capital would be included in equipment. Or sorry, the other way around. Equipment would be included into this. But it doesn't say average equipment lifetime, tax rate, like total capital repayment per. Huh. It's kind of funny because the thing that we were reading before with like capital expenditures is, I mean, First Solar was saying they're trying to reduce their capital expenditures. So, I don't know, this is kind of contradicting that because, I mean, if they think it's a considerable, they're going to reduce it by 40%, or if they're trying to, then we think it would be enough to make a dent, you know?
Yeah.
But if it's so much as going into materials, yeah. But at least there's something there because my basic claim is I'm going to lower material costs and lower CapEx costs. So either way, it's just a matter of knowing which one is more of a factor.
So what you're putting together is that, I mean, how much do you think you could get off of that $51 for the materials?
Oh, well, the glass would go away. That's the idea. So
Just the glass and the back glass.
So you're looking at
and the
10
black
$10
glass.
potentially, and maybe even what's the other one? What's the other one?
Plexiglass?
Is it plexiglass? Oh yeah. Optically clear solar window. But I think that's like the part of the PEC thing. Because I think everything up to here, or yeah, like, yeah. You know what? I bet this is based off of a reference. Figure 431. Is this 431? Not sure. Bet you if I could find the references. 50% markup, consistent with a 33%. Oh, so Zweibel is a person. Apparently he based, okay. Okay. How do we find? So I guess they just put references in the footnotes here.
Oh, yeah.
So maybe I should look this up, thin film PV manufacturing. And then I want to know how we got from figure 4.29 to 431. How they connect. For type 3, we've used the above PC cell cost projections as the baseline. Yeah, I'm thinking I might look that paper up. CAD-TEL progress. Maybe I should look this up. Let's open up another one here. Fresh. Oh. Nah. What's Heliovolt got to say? Heliovolt's proprietary fast printing process cuts prior PV coating times down by a factor of 100.
Factor of 100.
Oh my god. Big money. Let's check these guys out. Let's get the quotes in. Full text is available. Hell yeah, give it to me. I don't want to tell you anything.
Oh, dude, it said required.
Damn, did I just do a bad thing?
I'm coming for your cookies.
Oh no. Is this a serious paper? Well, it's Ken. Mr. Ken. It seems like very bootleggy.
Yeah, I think.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, purchase.
Purchasing. Oh man, I gotta go through this crap. It's gonna ask me to call my number.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, just like the two-way verification or whatever.
Yeah. The login. Now everyone knows my username.
My God.
It's out there in the world. Let's download that. Hey. All right, Ken, what do you got to say? Oh, you know what's nice about Elsevier, or is it Elsevier? Science Direct. Yeah, Elsevier. Is that they have you know, related ones.
Oh, yeah.
Other users also viewed these, so maybe we can find something more current. A review of transparent solar. I don't think that's what we want. Advances in costs. Maybe that one. So I'm going to download that guy. This seems relevant. Review of thin film solar cell technologies. Prototype semi-transparent. No, I don't want semi-transparent. Okay, the rest are just Garbaggio. So did I download it? No, apparently I did not. 2000. Zweibel. Zweibel. You're German. How do you say that?
You think that's German?
Yeah. Yeah,
And
man.
it's Zweibel.
Oh, in that case, then it's nice. Thin film PV modules. Get it right. Manufacturing. There's a way to make this smaller. Oh, is it here? Oh, here you go. Kills costs and their optimizations. All right, we got that guy, but I think it might be better to look through these other ones. Because they're more current.
Man, I think I can count on two hands the number of like scientific research papers that I've read in my life.
Boom! Here you go.
That's a terrible thing to
Oh,
say.
I'm gonna have to help you. I'm gonna have to help you set it up on your Scholar or whatever you choose. advances in cost-efficient thin film photovoltaics. So this one might be good. This one might be more general. Let's look at the pictures.
Yes.
Finally. Oh, what's going on with the Chinese Academy?
Yeah.
Published by Elsevier Etsy on behalf of the Chinese Academy. Is that where these guys are from? Wait, what? What's going on with the Chinese Academy? Because these guys are from Germany.
Now those names definitely look German.
Which one is
You
most
could scream
German?
all of them.
This guy.
I think, yeah,
This
the
guy's
roots.
definitely not like the other.
That guy's Russian.
That guy, I'm pretty sure Haraskos is like, sounds Greek. Wishman!
Oh no, the very last name, that is the most German name.
Huh. Friedelmeier. That was
I know
like a
nothing about-
Scottish. Alright, let's look at these pictures. Look at this. Look at this bomb ass CIGS module. Oh, this is in a pilot line? That's pretty cool. Advances in solar cell. Oh, they're gonna talk about research, aren't they? I know that sounded kind of weird. That's cool. So this is how we usually make it. Co-evaporation.
Oh yeah, okay.
You just-
in that vacuum chamber.
Yeah. And then the inline, in which it doesn't say, I guess this is all evaporation. Oh yeah, by co-evaporation. Wait, hold on. Is this not an industry paper? Advances in cost efficient. Ah, damn it. It might all be research. Which is fine, but it's not what I was hoping for.
They clickbaited you.
Clickbait. These are Doma of champion CIGS at cell and module level over time. Yeah, that's one of the problems with CIGS is that it doesn't, like lab efficiency doesn't translate too well over to module efficiency.
Oh yeah.
CIGS modules are as facade elements on the ZSW building in, wait, does that mean they're not hooked up? They're just like, they had all these throwaway CIGS modules. They're like, hey, let's throw them up on there.
We didn't want to buy sheetrock.
All right, so this is fine. It just doesn't tell me anything. The cookies article told us more.
Yeah.
Well, I guess more of what we wanted to know. I bet you this is going to be the same. All right, laboratory solar cells. All right. Here's yeah. Recognize that?
What's the I?
I stands for intrinsic. So later on, you're probably going to learn that there's NPN, intrinsic. Intrinsic is just, there's, well, actually, intrinsic refers to a situation where you have like a pure crystal. There's no extrinsic dopants.
Oh yeah, okay. Yep, I recognize the term from the book.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It's kind of weird. It's kind of a vaguely defined term though, where it's like you could have people say CIGS is intrinsically p-type, but that's just to say that it's not p-type due to us adding foreign elements in.
So there can be like, say, silicon that has not been doped, but it's still like a p-type or an n-type.
No, undoped silicon is actually a poor conductor. Yeah. It's like,
But a different element can be non-doped but be a p-type. Or n-type.
yeah, CIGS, for example, it's just the way it's grown. It's an interesting question because if you take a pure crystal, you have to maybe separate out CIGS made purely, like say if you made a pure crystal and it's like all the atoms are in their proper place, or if you made it by like the way we make it, which is co-evaporation, which in that situation there's grains,
Right.
and there's also maybe atoms are in the wrong place, or maybe atoms are even missing, and it's due to those imperfections that actually give it its conductivity type. So it's kind of a weird thing, but a lot of times when you see this I, what they're really just trying to say is that it's a insulator.
Oh, all right.
Maybe it even means insulative here. I wonder what. Yeah, they don't even say what the I is. They don't even have insulator. I wonder if they have intrinsic. They do have intrinsic. Let's see, figure one shows a relatively thick intrinsic layer between thinner p-type. The I layer, which is typically between, what is it referring to? Oh, amorphous silicon. Yeah, so if you scroll down, you have I. So these are all, A stands for, so they just like to add whatever letter to the, yeah. And this is microcrystalline silicon. So that actually refers to how big the grains are and how many of them are, not even the conductivity type.
So there would be a ton of grains in the.
So yeah, so there's no convention. Yeah, and actually amorphous silicon would have the least grains. Microcrystalline, a little bit more so.
Wait, for amorphous, there's not. Are there actually grains in amorphous crystals?
No, it's all just like amorphous crystals. No. Where's the wiki? Amorphous. There you go. It's gonna tell you.
Yeah, there's like no repeating pattern. It's just random.
Oh, you know what? Crystal structure. Yay! And then you search amorphous, and then it's probably gonna say something. Oh, here you go. Amorphous solid. Hey, that's not helpful.
Give me pictures, Wiki.
I want pictures.
You know better.
And this one's not giving. There's, you know. I think the idea is it's like this. Oh, Encyclopedia Britannica. Whoa, that's a throwback. Where's the Oh, here you go. Crystal, glass. Oh no. Okay. Oh, that's a bad one. That's a bad.
Maybe that's why Britannica is all news.
Oh, ads, perfect. All right. Well, anyway, it lacks a lot of structure. And I'm thinking that it's not. Oh, hey, cool. Oh no, this is just like who's dominating. In 2011, you had amorphous silicate, and now polycrystalline's still dominating. There's us. Woo. Oh, we went down actually. That's funny. So this, I get the feeling this isn't going to tell us anything. Damn it. You know what? Here, here's a trick. Cited by 145. Click on this. And now you can sort by here. Let's see what's going on.
Okay, so these are just things that reference the previous paper.
Search within citing results? Yeah. Oh, I thought it does that automatically. Multi service plug in using the cost benefit analysis of the implementation in Saudi Arabia. Whoa. That seems too specific. Oh, someone did another PC versus PV thing. Wah De Jong. Check them out. Ooh, that's another thing is recycling.
The lab's interested in that? In those terms?
I think everybody's interested in recycling.
I like to recycle.
Yeah, you like getting those 5 cents? Is it
Why
10?
not turn
Is
it
it
in?
10 in Oklahoma?
No, I don't think Oklahoma has like the high five kind of deal. I don't really know what it is. In Oklahoma, we just basically like all the recyclables go in one container. The recycling situation in our apartment really pisses me off because like we don't have any recycling. All we do is we have these unofficial little trash cans that we set up aside from the dumpsters that we throw our high five stuff in so that the homeless can come and get it.
And that's it.
That's it. They don't have any blue bins where we live. And in the blue bins, all you can do is like a couple of types of plastic anyways, like 5 and 6 or whatever it is.
Yeah. It's pretty bad.
You would think that Hawaii would be like leading the way.
You would think, being on an island. So you know what? 2018. Search year by year. Origami meta materials? What the hell? I'm just curious. Let's check these figures out. Oh, it's like a theoretical paper. They didn't actually make anything. Ah.
Damn it. I saw a YouTube video, it was like the Big Think channel, I think, and it was the NASA physicist that made these like ridiculous origami things using math, or using whatever.
Whatever.
But they're using it, I guess they're gonna use some of his designs in like their fold out solar sails, kind of stuff like that. Pretty cool.
Big thinker. You remember the guy's name?
No, it'd be easy to search though.
Hey, is Michael Jordan's middle name B?
No, but it might be his middle initial. Boom. Wait, do you think he did a paper? Sounds like him.
Sounds like something you do.
Okay.
Jeffrey. It's not Michael Jordan. Damn it. Michael B. Jordan. Could be this guy. What's he do? What's he been in?
Oh, BET Awards. Yeah. That's probably the same guy.
Oh, he did, he's the guy in the Creed movie? Oh, he was Killmonger. Oh, yeah, I know this guy. Hey, Michael B. Jordan wrote a paper.
Makari.
That's crazy.
Multi-talented guy.
I know, right? Man.
Usually you're either in the BET or you write scientific literature.
Some people just are blessed, you know?
Hashtag.
Some people are hashtag blessed. I'm not getting anything here, man. It's excessive. I might have to go back to 2000s. Maybe I should try just like, maybe I should use like the name of the article. Thin film PV manufacturing. I wonder what happens when you type this in without the quotation marks. I think I gotta go back to the beginning here. Oh. Alright. Maybe take this out.
Jeez.
Damn. Well, what if it's just PV manufacturing? Okay. Oh, we're going backwards now. Sweet. Cost-effective solar energy. No.
This one is one of the links I had pulled up on the other,
Estimating the manufacturing cost of purely organic solar cells.
but I don't know if purely organic is way too specified.
No, it'd be nice to have something that was kind of just like PV, you know. Materials availability for thin film to be a real concern. Beyond and the learning curve. Factors influencing cost. Reductions in photovoltaics. That sounds like it might be promising. I think I downloaded this one, right? Yeah. So, what's Greg got to say?
What's Greg got to do with it?
What's Greg got to do with it? Got to do with it? Guess we're gonna find out. Whoa, what the hell? What is that, Greg? Okay. Role of learning by doing.
LBD.
What? That's not.
I have no idea. Greg.
Greg, you're always
What are you
doing this.
doing?
Why are you doing? And oh my god. You got cost of PV. There you go. 2002. Great. Oh, but he's just modeling it.
Oh, dude, he tells you what's going to be in 2060.
What's Greg got to do with
We're all
it?
living in
Got to
2019,
do
Greg's in
with
2060.
it. Living in the futures of the presence of my past. My present is the present, kiss my ass. But that's oh, that's from the same.
Damn.
That's from the same rap song I was telling you about yesterday. But he's living in the future, so his presence is his past.
And his presence is a present.
Kiss his ass. It's deep.
Wise claims.
That's a Kanye line.
That sounds kind of like a Kanye line.
That sounds like a Kanye line. You ever watch the Kanye Trump interview?
No.
Oh man,
Is it good?
It's so funny. It's just off the wall, man. Kanye's just.
So, Trump is interviewing Kanye or the other way around?
Oh, it's not an
I
interview.
can't
They're just
figure
talking
it out.
about. They're just talking. Kanye went to the White House, but like Kanye's just going off. It's awesome.
Because he's a huge Trump supporter, right?
I don't know if he still is. He kind of goes in and out of like things, but he was at one point. He was huge, huge.
Well, you know what they say, real G's roll in silence like lasagna.
Hey, and you said you weren't a rap guy.
I'm
You-
not.
you like
I had a friend that's
Wheezy?
just like, no, that's a Kanye, isn't it?
No, that's Lil Wayne.
Oh, yeah, damn it.
Real G's move in silence like lasagna.
You know your shit, man. I only know that because I had a guy
Yeah.
on a submarine that would just say just certain little things.
Oh, you're back
1,000
on
times.
you're on the submarine still. Damn.
Yeah. He just said it that many times that it just burnt into my skull.
Yeah.
It's always, we all have like, can we say V is in victory? Because now when you get the V, that always gets a V.
Yeah.
So V is in victory every time.
I thought your dad would slap you for not saying V for Victor.
V for Victor.
The phonetic alphabet.
Oh.
Oh, here we go.
So, let me just see alphabet.
Maybe this guy's got something to say. Dynamics of solar PV cost and prices as a challenge. Oh, that's not the one. Another German, huh? Winfried. What's he
That
got?
was the super German name last time.
Hmm?
Are you also looking up German name?
Looking up papers, but there's that's what we're doing.
There's
Just
a lot
looking
in
up German
between.
names. Yeah. Historical growth. Here we go. Man, this guy just is this for a publication? It seems like he just wrote this on the side.
Looks like his
Are you looking at like
free writing.
Pegasus and Reitzel?
Nah.
Nico gave
Are you-
like a whole list of papers to read.
For anything in particular?
General knowledge.
No, we're on a mission here. Even though it might not seem that.
Device measurements and analysis. I don't know.
We're trying to understand like cost of solar panels. So I'm not seeing anything here. Maybe I need to search.
Like cost to manufacture
Um,
or manufacturing.
yeah, cost to cost to manufacture particularly. You want to say hi to the world? You're live streaming right now.
Yeah, Bob too.
Oh, Bob too. Oh yeah, I should have asked if it's okay to say your name.
Oh yeah, we were like
was
spelling
totally-
out your last name. The Bob 2 came earlier. We were just like
Sure, the mic didn't
giving
pick
everybody
up.
aliases. Everybody's named Bob and just different Bob numbers.
Dude, alright, you know what?
We've been streaming for like
We
3
can
hours.
It's at least 2 hours.
Why?
Why?
Yeah.
It's fun.
But
But
down to 4%.
yeah, 4%. I don't know, sometimes there's actual interesting or knowledgeable things that we end up finding out. And
Well, live stream?
we can yeah.
I'm confused.
So this is all happening live.
Okay.
And it's being recorded, but my screen is also being recorded. So what I do is that after it's done, I go in to the video, I do like a 2x or 3x run through of it, and then just add timestamps, like highlights where the actual important stuff was. And yeah, the hope is that it's actually useful to someone, whether that's me later on, or maybe someone will find it useful.
Oh, so
But
you're
it
actually
also-
recording a YouTube video.
This is a YouTube video.
Oh, okay. I thought I was just recording this on your computer.
Yeah, but also it's also in the hopes that people get to see kind of the in the weeds of proposal writing, and yeah, so that's live. The reason for live is that it's just easier for me. I could record it and then put it on, but then there's uploading, and then the video has to process, so it's like another. Depending on how long a video is, it could be anywhere from 1 to 3 hours extra at a time. So I'm not going to do in-depth edits, or like, this isn't like a serious production, so it's a lot easier to just have it on there, run through it, and add timestamps and a description after.
How many viewers do you got right now?
Absolutely 0.
Come on.
Peak concurrent 0. Yeah, so yeah, an hour 23 live time, but over here it's saying live 2:10. But live is actually just when I start streaming, which isn't necessarily the record time.
Right.
It's weird. Yeah, it's yeah, so who knows? Who knows? But yeah, I think we should wrap it up.
Goodbye, world.
Say your goodbyes. Over and out.
Hi, Mom.
You gonna send this to her?
No, I just bet she'll watch it.
You get one